Welcome to all you budding learners. Students, the grammar topic you will be learning about today is indeed an important one. You know that sentences in English language are made up of different words. Some of these words refer to people, places, animals and birds and even things or objects. Such words constitute an important part of speech in English grammar called nouns. It therefore becomes important for you students to learn all about this very important part of speech in detail. Let's start. As you learned, a noun can be defined as a word used as a name for a person, place, animal or thing. It can also describe an abstract idea. A noun is called a naming word. Let's read the sentences given on the screen. Birbal was known for his wisdom. The peacock is the national bird of India. Advertisements are designed to sell products. In the given sentences, you can observe that Birbal is the name of a person and India is the name of a country. In the second sentence, a name of a bird, peacock, has also been used. In the third sentence, two things, advertisements and products, have been mentioned, whereas the wisdom used in the first sentence refers to an abstract idea or a quality. All these words refer to names of people, animals, places, objects, and even abstract ideas. Hence, all of them are nouns. Next, you will be learning about the types of nouns. Nouns can be classified in various ways. Look at the tree diagram to understand the various kinds of nouns. Let's start off with concrete nouns. A concrete noun names things that we can see, hear, smell, touch, and taste. It also occupies space. All concrete nouns can be categorized under four main types. 1. Proper nouns. 2. Common nouns. 3. Collective nouns. 4. Material nouns. Let's learn about the first type, that is, proper nouns. A proper noun is the name of a particular person, place or thing. The first letter of such words is always written in a capital letter. Proper nouns can be A. Names of people. For example, Alexander, Akbar, Birbal, Abdul Kalam, Narendra Modi. B. They could also be names of countries, their capital cities, and their people, towns. For example, India, New Delhi, Indians, Amravati. C. Proper nouns also refer to names of buildings and monuments. For example, the Qutub Minar, the Taj Mahal, the pyramids, the Eiffel Tower. D. The names of months and the days of the week are also referred to as proper nouns. For example, January, February, December, Monday, Friday, Sunday. E. You would have noticed that names of oceans, rivers, seas, mountains, etc. are also written with a capital letter at the start. These are also called proper nouns. For example, the Indian Ocean, the Ganges, the Arabian Sea, the Himalayas. F. Lastly, names of books, movies, festivals, institutions, organizations, etc. also refer to particular names, hence, they also come under this category. For example, Harry Potter, the Twilight series, Diwali, Christmas, the Holy Family School, and the United Nations Organization. Let's move on to the second kind of nouns, common nouns. A common noun refers to names of persons, places, or things in general. This means that when we want to talk about people, places, animals, or things in general, we should use common nouns. Look at the examples below. A. When we use words like king, man, woman, mother, father, teacher, nurse, soldier, etc., we are referring to people in general. These are common nouns. B. Similarly, we use common nouns to refer to places like garden, road, school, zoo, hotel, restaurant, etc. C. Animals like dog, lion, cat, etc. also come under this category. D. Lastly, any things or object like book, pen, pencil, chair, table, key, lock, stone, etc. are also common nouns. Now that you have understood the concept of proper and common, you will learn about the nouns that are used to represent a collection of things. Such nouns are called collective nouns. A collective noun is the name of a group of persons or things belonging to the same kind. They are considered as one complete whole. For example, a swarm of bees, a flock of sheep, a bunch of keys, a flight of steps, a bouquet of flowers. All these words, swarm, flock, bunch, flight, and bouquet, refer to a collection of different nouns such as bees, sheep, keys, step, and flowers. Hence, all of these terms are called collective nouns. Next, let's learn about what material nouns are. A material noun is the name of a material from which many things are made. We often say, the piece of furniture is made of wood. This jewelry is made of pure 24-karat gold. In these sentences, the words wood or gold are the materials with which the furniture or jewelry is made. Thus, these are material nouns. Other examples are wood, water, gold, sand, milk, sugar, cotton, wool, etc. We often use words while writing or conversing that shows an idea or quality or even the state of a particular thing. These words come under the category of abstract nouns. An abstract noun names an idea or a quality or a state. An abstract noun cannot be seen, heard, smelt, touched, or tasted. It can only be felt or experienced. We feel a range of emotions like happiness, sadness, excitement, joy, passion, etc. All of emotions that you cannot touch or see can definitely be felt, hence they are abstract nouns. For example, laughter, sorrow, joy, pride, shame, loyalty, health, etc. Now that you have understood all the kinds of nouns, you can attempt the related exercises given. Welcome students! Today we'll be learning yet another important topic in English grammar. In the previous topic, we learned about all kinds of nouns. Nouns form an important part of speech in English language. We use nouns in almost every other sentence. At times, we also refer to more than one noun or two or three of particular objects. For example, we may want to say, I purchased one chocolate. But what if we want to say, we purchased two or more? When we use the word chocolate, it strictly refers to one chocolate only. However, if we want to refer to more than one, we use the word chocolates. By adding the letter S and using the word chocolates, we can talk about any number of chocolates. Nouns like chocolate are given a number with which we could refer to either one or many of which noun we talk about. This number given to nouns are divided into two categories, singular and plural, and this is what we will be learning about today. The concept of singular and plural nouns is very simple. A noun may be either singular or plural. When a noun refers to only one person, place or thing, it is singular in number. For example, potato, glass vase, apple, elephant, knife, pen. Here, we are only referring to one of these objects. Hence, these nouns are singular in number. Next, we will learn about plural nouns. When a noun refers to more than one person, place or thing, it is plural in number. The plural of these nouns would be potato, potatoes, glass vase, glass vases, apple, apples, elephant, elephants, and knife, knives, pen, pens. Now that you have understood the concept of singular and plural nouns, let's have a look at the general rules to be followed while writing nouns in singular and plural forms. The first rule is that the plural of a noun can be formed by adding s to its singular form. The plural form of words like book, chair, wall, orange would be books, chairs, walls, oranges. We have simply added s to the singular form of the noun. Now, we move on to rule number 2. We may use nouns ending with letter S, bus, class, letter X, box, fox, letter Z, buzz, letter CH, bench, trench, letter SH, bush. We add ES to such nouns to make them into plural nouns. Let's move on to rule number 3. We have also come across nouns that end with the letter Y, like key or army. In such cases, we need to look at the letters before the letter Y and judge whether it's a vowel or a consonant alphabet. If the letter before Y is a vowel, you simply add S to write in plural form. For example, day, days, toy, toys. If the letter before Y is a consonant, you remove the letter Y and add an IES to write the noun in plural form. For example, baby, babies, fly, flies. The last rule refers to nouns ending with letters F or FE. When a singular noun ends in F or FE, the plural nouns are formed by changing F or FE into V and adding ES to it. Consider the following words. Life, calf. The word life ends with the letters FE, whereas the word calf ends with F. To write these words in plural form, you must first remove the letters F or FE and replace it with V. Now we add ES to these words to make their plural forms. Look at the other examples on the screen. However, students, there are some exceptions to rule number 4. To some nouns like safe, roof, giraffe, which also end in F or FE, we do not replace these letters with V and add an ES to them. Instead, we simply add letter S to write these words in plural form. For example, safe, safes, roof, roofs, giraffe, giraffes. More such examples are given to you in your workbook. Students, we have learned all the 4 rules related to singular and plural nouns. You can now solve the exercises related to this topic. In the last topic, we spoke about how nouns can be categorized as per their number. We learned that if they represent one of the particular kind, they are called singular nouns. On the other hand, if more than one has to be represented, such nouns are referred to as plural nouns. For example, box is a singular noun, whereas boxes are plural nouns. Students, you will notice that these nouns, people or objects can be counted in terms of their numbers and hence can be written in singular or plural form. Such nouns are called countable nouns. You will observe that each of the singular and plural nouns given on the screen can be counted. Students, you must remember certain points when you write or use countable nouns in sentences. Firstly, numbers like 1, 2 and 3 can be used with countable nouns. For example, I have purchased 1 ice cream from the shop. You can also use indefinite articles like a or an before them to represent the singular. For example, a boy went to his grandmother to ask for an apple. Lastly, countable nouns can also be used in the plural. For example, some jewelry sets are kept on the table. Now, let's learn about uncountable nouns. Students, as the word uncountable suggests, such nouns cannot be counted. They cannot be differentiated into singular and plural nouns since they have no number. Such nouns usually only appear in one form, that is the singular form. These countable nouns are either concrete or abstract in nature. Let's consider a few examples of concrete uncountable nouns. Words like bread, butter, coffee, cotton, food, salt, milk, sugar, etc. do not have a specific singular or plural form. Hence, these are concrete uncountable nouns. Next, we will have a look at some abstract uncountable nouns. Qualities like honesty, sincerity, happiness, anger, etc. are used in a singular form when they are used in sentence. Similarly, phenomena like time, joy, nature, duty, love, peace, etc. also cannot be represented in any other form. Hence, these nouns become abstract uncountable nouns. Now that you have understood the concept of uncountable nouns, let's go over a few points to remember. Firstly, numbers like 1, 2, 3, etc. cannot be used before uncountable nouns. Indefinite articles like a or an cannot be used with such nouns. We cannot use uncountable nouns in the plural form. Students, you need to remember these points related to both countable and uncountable nouns. Now that you are familiar with these concepts, you can easily attempt the exercise questions in your workbook. Students, in this section you will be learning a little more in detail about certain nouns and their number. Most nouns in English are countable. There are various rules to form plurals. Students, there are some compound nouns with prepositions that are used in English language. For such compound nouns, the plural is formed by adding s to the first noun. For example, the word father-in-law is a compound noun. The plural form of this noun can be formed by adding s to the first noun father, that is, fathers-in-law. Similarly, mother-in-law becomes mothers-in-law and office-in-charge becomes officers-in-charge. There are some nouns that are always singular. Whether some nouns are countable or uncountable, some nouns do not have a plural form. For example, words like milk, furniture, cotton, luggage, wisdom, music, etc. do not have a separate plural form. Students, you would be commonly using words like scissors, trousers, etc. while you converse or write sentences in English. Have you wondered if such words have a plural form? When such words are used, they are referred to as a pair of scissors or a pair of trousers. Hence, quite interestingly, words like scissors, trousers are directly in plural forms themselves, and therefore they do not require a separate singular and plural form. We also know of nouns that have the same singular and plural forms like sheep, hare, deer, where we need not add any letters after the word to make a separate plural form. Lastly, we will be discussing about some nouns that are singular in form but are plural in meaning and vice versa. Words like people, police, news, mathematics are singular in form, but they have a plural meaning. We can even use such words in sentences. The people in India are secular in nature. The police are looking for the culprit. The news is interesting. Mathematics is an interesting subject. These nouns represent a plural idea or thought. They are used in singular forms. Lastly, let's discuss about a special category of exceptional nouns. For such nouns, the plurals are formed by adding or changing the ending of the original word. For example, the plural of the plant cactus is cacti. Similarly, the plural form of syllabus is syllabi. Certain words like basis, axis, ending in is changes to es. Basis, basis. Axis, axis. On the other hand, plural forms of words like phenomenon or bacterium require the deletion of certain letters at the end and replacing them with other letters. For example, phenomenon, phenomena. Bacterium, bacteria. Such cases of exceptional nouns and their respective plural forms must be remembered. Students, you have finally learned all the concepts related to nouns, and it's time for you to solve all the related exercises in your book.